Alrighty, let's do this. Everything looks good, I think. The positioning's a bit weird. I think the camera's been moved, but that's okay. Hey Blob, how you doing? I'm good. Hello Krub, good to see you. G'day. What time is it in Oz? It's evening time. That doesn't seem so offensive. Unless you feel like... Is that a thing you say in Australia? When you feel culturally appropriated? And then 11 PM on the East Coast. Ah, I see. There you go. That's a hefty time difference. That must mean you're just gearing up for the day, Blob. Is that term time of day specific? Interesting question. Good day. I thought it was. I would say good morning up until noon, and then good day. I mean, I would usually just say hello then. I would say good morning in the morning up till noon, then technically good day afternoon. And then, of course, just a good afternoon. I don't know where that comes in. And then good evening. Hello, Bez. But I suppose good day is never appropriate. I don't know, man. With a little hat tip. Good day. I'm feeling it. Where I am, it's all day appropriate to be polite. It's 9:15 where I am. Interesting. So would you say, so I would, 9:15 AM, I would definitely say good morning. So that's 5 hours behind, so that would be East Coast America, I guess. To do plane and links, basically. Ontario, Canada. Oh yeah, I knew that. I knew Canada at least. Think of good day as good day, or have a good day, or it's a good day. Yeah. Who knew this was so complicated? Is that exclusively Australian? Blob? I'm not sure. So blocks, right? Yeah. I normally say howdy. Does that fit Ontario, Canada better? Got him. When written like that, I would consider it Australian, but not good day in general. Interesting. I'm sure I've said good day, and I say howdy as well. It's not particularly, that's not appropriate for Scotland, Sweden, Poland, anywhere. So the lakes, we need like a reward, right? Yeah. Definitely like over here. Retry, how is this fine day treating everyone? No, that's even worse. I can't believe you just said that. Unbelievable. Maybe put some eggs in there. Yeah, the reward. Poor Kroob, we're giving you such a hard time. Bez, that sounds English. That doesn't sound Scottish at all. Yeah, I guess that does also sound slightly Australian. I'm doing good, Kroob. I hope you're doing well as well, even though we're doing our best to give you a miserable start to the day. Do you guys also sing when you say good morning? Question for everyone. What? What, like good morning? Or what do you mean? What are you talking about? Sing. Yep, like that. I don't know many people that do that. I've obviously heard it because I guessed right what you meant, but no, it's not. I wouldn't say it's common. Do you guys do that in Portugal? I would never say good morning because that would require me being awake in the morning and being cheery about it. You're lucky to get a grunt of acknowledgement out of me at that time. I sing when people leave sometimes. Bye! In Portugal, it's completely common. It's like being really jolly when saying good morning, except if it's in a formal place or something. How do you say good morning? Bom dia? That's good day, isn't it? Something like that. But like, I think Portuguese in general is a very melodic language, so it doesn't surprise me that it sounds like singing. Bom dia. Yeah. I don't know if I'm saying that right. It was a while ago that I tried to learn Portuguese. What are you working on today, Paraj? A little bit of a mix. I'm going to play some enemies, and then do a little bit of work on the fortune teller in the temple, and then maybe some enemies, like actual mechanical enemies. So some stuff on the docket. We'll just see how I get on. This is a weird but good tune. I wonder, is it actual? It's got actual lyrics or is it nonsense? That's not meant to be offensive. I genuinely just don't know. Hot top volcano. I'm just Googling it. I think someone's got this conspiracy theory that it's actually German and it's just a bunch of swear words. Yeah, it looks like it's just gibberish. What in the hell are you talking about? The current track that's playing, you can hear it, right? Yeah, you can. The current track that's playing, F me, thank you for the host, it has got like, yeah. It does have parts that are sung. It sounds like Hindu, but I don't think it actually is. And then someone, so I just googled it, and someone said that like they basically wrote out the lyrics in German, and like just listening to them I could hear it, and it was just swear words constantly. But people are saying that it's not actually legit; it's just gibberish, which I'm more inclined to believe. I would be surprised if it was a bunch of German swear words. How are you doing, Ifme? Plane. Oh, it's... yeah, we don't know which way we're going there. That the German market would have appreciated that. Yeah, because it's pretty nasty stuff from what people can discern from the lyrics. Fine, nothing special. Okay. At least it's not bad. That's good. I'm good, Ifme, I'm good. I'm glad that you're here. I'm glad that you're at least okay. I don't like it when you're sad. I don't like you either. What? That's not what I said. What? That's just peak offensiveness. This weekend's really kicking off. What is going on? It's going bananas. Do we want some worms in here, maybe? Why would you do this? Why would you do this? Access is denied. No TV before homework. That's why you don't ban F me. So, because I banned F me, I don't get to watch TV before homework? Is that what that's saying? I guess. I understand. Makes sense. Do we have a checkpoint on the fungal shore? Don't know if we have. I shall rectify that. Docks. Alrighty. So we're just gonna place in the reference for the checkpoint and then place on the map. Okie dokie. And well, sweet, I should place it. That goes into checkpoints. Find the tile set and the script objects here. We'll just place it up here. Type checkpoint ID 25 and we Gucci. I'm curious to see how the mushroom eaters behave, because they're supposed to be like cattle, but I'm not sure they actually behave like that. They might have, I don't know if I've amended their vision already. Let's see if I have enemy scripts. Mush. Vision is limited, but not tiny. They should probably be smaller. Cattle AI, exactly. Well, it is technically cattle, but they do behave like regular enemies, basically. It's supposed to be like an alien land, because it's got like bug people, and the bug people have other kinds of bugs as cattle. And the cattle attack you on sight. Are you right there? Remember Futurama had those ladybug cattle on Mars? I don't remember that, or I mean, as in, I don't think I've seen that. But that's cool. Why is that not working? Global checkpoints, no, is that not being called? So it should be init map tables on init. Yep. I thought it was nil, was it? Is it because the checkpoint gets spawned before that init has run? Seen the show many times. This is going to be a pain of a map, I think. Hope that's a passage. It is. There you go. Got some cattle moving about there. Just had flashbacks of looking up a picture of Fry milking a buffalo. Oh, jeez. I remember this map. I chopped this up to make it even more accessible, but it's nuts how like hard it is to navigate. It's a total maze for no good reason. I should probably chop it up even further. Look at that. That's unnecessary. If this is a dead end as well, I'm gonna be peeved. Doesn't seem to be a dead end. Right. We got some bugs there. Thankfully, so their AI is good in the sense that they actually walk around on their own. That's cool. It's a dead end. Like, there's no reason for this to be a maze, I don't think. Like, it's just infuriating. I think I'm gonna mop it up. They look like they're moving around appropriately to me. Yeah, I agree. I'm just annoyed at the map. Where's the other ones? Here they are. So, they do... How long have you been working on this game? Hey, FrogMage69. It's nearing 2 years now. So when they spot me, they should come towards me. He's in week 3, I'll be done in another week. Yeah. You've got a bite. Let's get you hecking each other up. That sound effect was lovely. Which one? The bite? Or the crunch? Blood splat, right? Yeah, they're pretty good, aren't they? Get your munch on. What a skelly boy. You shall be my faithful servant. Okay. Reminds me of a sound effect I used in a game I got from Freesound. There was a combination of a pumpkin being splattered along with some other stuff. Good squelchy splat. Yeah, I mean that's probably exactly what this is. I got it from a Freesound pack. The gore sounds are very satisfying. Probably relatively easy to make. You just take whatever fruit or veg or something you have and destroy it, basically. Right, I'm gonna have to chop this up because it's just crazy. It's just annoying how hard it is to navigate this map for no good reason. So that, open up. Get through there. Here needs to be opened up somewhere, I would say. So you can get up there, you can go around there. So is it just when you're on the ground you can't see where you can and can't go? Is that why it's so frustrating? That can go. That can go. But yeah, it's like totally pointless and it's just annoying. I don't want to put in like unnecessary mazes just for the sake of extending walking times. That doesn't seem like good design at all. Have it look like a maze as long as you can actually navigate it. I'm okay with that. Just gonna open it up because I can tell it sucks when you walk around there. We can keep some of the dead ends, and you know, I could maybe place a chest there or something, but to get to, if you want to just cross it diagonally, I feel like you should be able to without any major obstacles, because it's just unnecessary. More that way. That's probably a bit better at least. I did make quite a lot of incisions. How about this is a big one. You can go on there, cut there. I do feel like I probably want to get in there. Okay, that's better. It does mean we'll need to reset these. Okay, so first thing we need to do is get rid of the things that aren't blockers at all. Anything else? Let's see, that's fine as well. What's that? No, that's a block. That's also the beginning of a shroom, I think. The next part is recreating collision, the flyable layer. Probably good there. Goodness, it's a lot of shenanigans. Here we go. Okay, that's gonna be better. Now the question is, why are the checkpoints misbehaving? I don't understand. So that should give me nil, and then I should get lots of data here. I even think that the checkpoints get a message when they get spawned, which should happen at the end of the first update cycle, in which case the creation of the checkpoint should have happened already. So I'm pretty confused there. Yeah, so it does get spawned, and yeah, it looks like it tries to index it before. Set checkpoint location. Set portal will have a message, I believe. Yeah. Is that when? When the error happens? Yeah, that's bizarre. How is that happening? Where's the world map getting spawned? So we've got the main collection, which holds the utilities, but I guess the utilities don't have the world map. No, that's the HUD. HUD collection. That contains world map. Wow, that's crazy. So world map contains the script for that. So when does that get loaded? Same time as game. Game controller. Sorry about the sirens, guys. It's got its own folder. Load start menu. Whoop, whoop. It's the sound of the police. Little Slater, how you doing? Not bad yourself. I'm doing good also. Load screen game. Let's say, should HUD come before? Is that possible? I can leave debug to last, because debug's causing problems anyway. But I would definitely want HUD to come first, if possible, but it might not work. Well, it works. I don't know if it's fixed the error. It has, interesting. That's great. Okay. I am surprised and pleased. So, I would... What does your shirt say? It says... ASAN? No, this is NASA. I'm part of the Round Earth conspiracy. I love ASAN. We never went to the Noom. That is true. Around Earth, you're one of those weirdos? Unfollow, report, donate, and charge back. That's the correct sequence of showing your displeasure. Also unsub, yes, of course. Can you unsub? I didn't know that. That seems weird if you could do that. My sub ran out, I'm good there. Yeah, you've started the process of dumping me. I should sub just to unsub. He's not. Don't see the game is on a flat earth. Yeah, but this is a fantasy game. It's not reality. I'm a round earth shill. Right, well, we can finally go where we want to go. That's good. Just walk through here. Perfect. Technically, most games run in flat Earth. Yeah, probably. Oh, I'm getting a phone call. Be right back. All right, I'm back. What are we saying? Man, I still want to waste time seeing that Flat Earth documentary on Netflix. It was actually really good, Bez. I enjoyed it. Because the curvature of the Earth is negligible enough at a game scale to ignore. Raj wife, have you shipped that fucking game yet? No. She wouldn't call me to nag me about that. She would just do it to my face. Nah, she's not nagging. Looks done to me, just put in the microtransactions and release already. Microtransactions would be something like 1 cent per pixel DLC. Yeah, so we should do, so instead of doing like Google Stadia, charging for playtime, we should just do pounds per pixel. $1 billion pixel game. Want to play it? Buy at least 1 pixel. The more pixels bought, the more game. That is a patenter for sure. Nice. All right, I think everything looks good there. I think we can mark that as completed for now. It does require testing, of course, because Placed a lot of enemies, but don't know how they fit and if there's any issues. So we'll get back to that if need be. So today's date is the 15th of July. What was that? Everybody loves a bit of completion, don't they? Next up, Ice Cave. So I need to find out what enemies, yes, that's right. So enemies in the Ice Cave, there'll be Yetis in there for sure. These played some interesting ones there. I would say we can definitely put all these in there. A couple of them are like boss types. Sorry, you are out of move. If you'd like to move anywhere in the game, you need to purchase our Explore Pack for $999.99. That's 90% off. Isolator, this is an EA representative. We would like to address you in the matter of patent violations. To be more clear, we're talking about the billion-dollar pixel game. We would like you to cease and desist on this matter. If you don't comply, you will hear from our billion-dollar lawyers team. Thanks. It's so depressing that it sounds so realistic. Right, so... Perp. There was that website that sold Space by the Pixel. Yeah, I remember that. That's like... That's internet history, isn't it? But then there were like hundreds of knockoffs. Yeah, it was 1,000,000 pixels. It was a long, long time ago. Right, so we've got the Beholder. The Dwarf. That's when there was pixel shortages. What's it we want? Warrior Mage, Warforms, Mega Knight. We have to ration pixels in Great Pixel Wars of the early 2000s. Yeti. Got the 2 dwarves, yep. Got the wizards. All those spacer.gifs. All those table layouts. What's a spacer gif? I get the table layouts, but spacer gifs were purple, blue, red. You're gonna make Blob cry. Creating images to pad visual space on your website. That doesn't sound very responsive, does it? That's nuts. You made website layouts of tables and used the spacer GIFs to ensure the tables would keep... Was there a reason they needed to be GIFs? Couldn't it be like... Are they the smallest? I think like a JPEG or a PNG or something would be better. But what do I know? Yeah, smallest? Huh, I didn't know that. I guess because I'm always thinking of animated GIFs, obviously. Responsive when there wasn't mobile phones. But you had different resolutions, right? How'd you deal with that? It's not just mobile phones that you have to be responsive to. PNG wasn't supported. A GIF has run length encoding, so an empty GIF would take up no space. There you go. I learned something today. I didn't sign up for learning something, but you made me anyway. Thanks, guys. Thanks. Wasting my valuable brain space. Now I know about table layouts and spacer GIFs. I really didn't need to know that. Responsive was if the site gave information at all. So 3 is the big hub. Basically, that one can be quite chill. It's funny because it's ice. There were 2 main resolutions for a long time, 800 by 600 and 1024 by 768, hence the minimum requirements text in the footer of all sites. Nuts. Those pages. Responsive was if you could load a site without an obnoxious MIDI playing in the background and being able to read the text against a horrible black twinkling stars GIF animation. I'm not gonna lie, I like that aesthetic. I miss it. It's got good vibe. I've got good memories. And the guest book and the visitor counter, and you could set the visitor counter to anything. So you could be like, yeah, I had 999 million people on my website. I love to know see how many people visit the same website I was visiting. Yeah, right? It's so interactive. It's cool. Y'all can get to, as we say. Well, we're on this nostalgia trip. I highly recommend this game. What's this? Broken Reality. Comedy / adventure game set on a parody of the internet. Oh, that sounds good. A lot of stale memes. Do you even do memes then? When did meme culture start? Was that with like, you know, the Rage comics? Was that the first like proper memes we had? Like the troll face and the something. Cat pics, yeah, that was pretty early stuff. I remember one in 2007 that cracked me up. There was just a cat holding like a Game Boy and it said, "Let me show you my Pokemons. My Pokemons, let me show you them." That drove me bananas. It was so funny. No, we had no memes. Also, here's a dancing baby and also Amsterdam. I guess those were memes. But it's like now there's a format. This will be a beholder map for sure. You know, memes are a word from like hundreds of years ago, right? Yeah, but I'm talking like modern parlance. I'm under no illusion that something original was spawned recently. Not hundreds of years, like 40. Huh. I don't really know the root, but I thought it was... it doesn't mean like a silly, stupid picture. It does mean something else. It's like... okay, let's just look at the dictionary definition. An idea, behavior, style, or usage spreads from person to person within a culture. Yeah, so that, I mean, that's existed forever. Maybe not the term, but... Where does that originate from? Was it Richard Dawkins? That's interesting. Modern memes started in 1996 when Sir Isaac Meme, a Jewish guy living in Oklahoma, drew the first one in paint. We think of meme as visual, but it isn't always visual. Yeah. Homer's dope gaming. I remember being like 10, downloading Simpsons clips off like Napster or whatever. Was it Napster? I think it was Napster. Sorry about the sirens once again. Any one of you remember that chat thing that came with Windows 98, I think? No, I don't remember that. You don't mean MSN, do you? Because that was still included way later. When 96K modems came out, you could download an MP3 in less than an hour. I remember when we upgraded from 28 to 56. It was like lightning speeds. Where you needed to choose an avatar and when sending the message you needed to pick like a comic strip. No, I don't remember that at all. That would be heaven today in meme generation. Meme generation. A little ambush there. Microsoft Chat. No recollection of that whatsoever. Huh. It looks like a precursor to MSN Messenger, I would say. I did ICQ, AOL, and MSN, never MS-Chat though. I think I like briefly interacted with ICQ, never AOL. And MSN was the shib. Want to know who grew up in the 90s? Play the ICQ uh-oh sound effect and watch them jump. What was I didn't use it enough to know that. What did that like sound effect mean? Was it like you getting banned or something? Two. It was just really obnoxious. It was a new message, I think. That sounds great. Good old days when everyone was a hacker. I felt like Hacker Man the other day because I was asked by the default people to open my game in the command line. I was like, fatesofort.exe. Hacker Man. Install back Orpheus on your buddy's computer so you can open their CD-ROM drive. Pinnacle. we worked out how to send messages to another computer on the computer school network. That was fun times. Send like messages like error deleting homework or something, watching people freak out. Oh wow, that's interesting. Definitely just shoving a bunch of Yetis in there. Nets. Yeah, I think that's what that was. That rings a bell. Hackerman. Okay, that's more reasonable looking. Still BO on a stranger PC by sending them a Britney_Spears_nude.zip. I would do it. The links aren't working. You got me. To be fair, any name _nude.zip would work. Browser wrote the link and then tried to open it. Not gonna lie, I got a bit disappointed. David Hasselhoff nude? I don't know, man. I'd click that. Is that Baywatch? We used to watch that after school. Some people stand in the darkness. If I'm gonna sing in the morning, I'm not gonna sing Good Morning, I'm just gonna sing the Baywatch theme at people. Some people need to have somebody. It's a good tune. Remember when the Hassel was really into grilled cheese? I don't know that, but if possible, I respect him even more now. Two versions of it on my computer. I should just add it to the stream playlist, and then we'll get pleasantly surprised from time to time. Hi, how you doing? And how's the game going? I'm almost sure I didn't pass the exam, so no beer for you. Oh no, cute math, that sucks. Well, wait until you get your results. Maybe you passed after all. Don't beat yourself up yet. I remember when you couldn't eat a hamburger. I have it on my stream playlist. Nice. I mean, that's not egregious if you've got like normal kind of, I don't know, is it pop? You know what I mean, like music you'd hear on the radio. Alright, I need to leave the 90s behind and study for my Security Plus exam. Alright, Entity Adam, good luck studying. Hope you do well. Yep.
Thank you for being a true brat.
And thank you very much for the follow, Adam. See you later. How are you doing? Hey, Dev Steven. I'm doing good. How are you? Okay, good cheeky little ambush location. Good. What kind of game are you making? I am making a retro RPG. I'll show you a little excerpt. So here's the game. I'm just gonna do some murdering here. Yep. Did you make it by yourself? There's 3 of us working on this, so I'm doing the codes and story and everything. I've got a guy doing all the art and graphics, and I've got one person doing the music. Pretty cool. Pretty useful. Weird because it sounds metallic. I'm not sure about that. Is that just that one? Is that just a rupture spell? Because that doesn't sound... Yeah. I guess so. Anyway, yes, that was a bit of the game. Just placing enemies down on various maps for the moment. Doing some dwarven ambushing. There. That's 3. 1, we've got nothing on currently. 2, we've got nothing on. 4, it's pretty crowded at the moment. Got a couple of dwarves there, but there's nothing really there. So mainly, I suppose you're going to go down there. Talking about the Half, Rocket League is releasing a DLC that is Knight Industries 2000. Is that Knight Rider reference? Kit, yes. I got it. I got it. Ice 1, where are you? Alright, you're quite close to the castle there. Ice 2 is just kind of in the middle. So Ice 1 can be... Yeah, let's put some wizards down there and stuff. Those guys on Rocket League really hit my nostalgia. I'm always buying DLC there. Hey, as long as you're enjoying yourself, right? Have you guys seen Kung Fury? No, that doesn't ring a bell. Kung Fury. Kung Fury is awesome. No idea what it is. So let's see, where else do we need it? Back to the Future DeLorean, Jurassic Park Jeep, Batman 89 car, Ghostbuster car, Kung Fury. It's one of the best things ever. Still waiting for the new version. So are they just buying the licenses for stuff? Hasselhoff did the theme song for Kung Fury. That, well, I'm half sold already. Ice 1, yeah. Ice 2 is just a transition map from there to there. You could put a roar there, yeah. Blob, have you seen the one where Hasselhoff is giving rides to ladies after a club night? I think it's called like Get Out of My Car or something. I'm sure they're doing some business there with movie companies or something. Well, it seems like a good idea. Because it's, I mean, you're hyped about it. That looks like a great place to put something on. Jump in my car. Yeah, that was good. Oh, Blob, you'll love that. I don't know, it's Australian for some reason. Have you seen Limbo Dance? I have not. Could put a reward there. Yeah, I recommend Jump in My Car. We've just enriched his life. We have made someone's life better. I think we should be proud of ourselves. Who remembers the Hoff singing on top of the Berlin Wall with a leather jacket full of lights? I don't think I've seen that, but I know of it. I performed a dance routine to I've Been Looking for Freedom in front of my high school. I think I have the video somewhere. Is it now a Berlin crack or is the whole wall gone? It's not all gone, but it's getting progressively chipped away because people steal parts of it. I guess there's parts that are like properly defended so that they don't get vandalized and stuff. Those lights are amazing. So basically need to do, well, Ice 2, yeah. Oh yes, just got to Australia a bit, how random. It is very weird, but it's a great tune. Get out of my car. He almost got killed by Firework, oh no. I'm glad he's safe. Ice 1. Okay. So normally we would get to Ice 1 either... Usually we'd want to get there, you know. These girls are all like half his age at most. Well, at least he's got charm and a nice car, so... He would not legitimately get these girls. Are you doubting the Hoff? Ooh. I'm almost sure that I'll still can pull +1 to that one. I mean, I'm married and I'd be tempted. Because he has fame and money, well, a little bit of both still. And he's just, he's got that special something, you know? Hasselhoff 66 and Ms. Roberts 38 wed on Tuesday in a ceremony attended by close friends and family, the actor's spokesman confirmed. Almost half his age. Good on you, Hoff. I'm glad you found true love. Did I put Ice 1? I did. My favourite Hoff scene is when he was in the SpongeBob SquarePants film and they got to ride the Hoff. Wow, I haven't seen that. So we go here. Did I put Ice 2? I did. Oh yeah, that's gonna be something great there. For sure. By the way, this is a great song for this level currently. Just like the... I was just finishing. Oh, what was it? It was the... In a Snowbound Land, Donkey Kong Country 2. Perfect. The crew built a larger-than-life replica of Dual Hasselhoff for visual effect. That's amazing. I love that it's larger than life as well, because that's Hoff to a T. Favorite Hoff scene is when he's the coach of the German dodgeball team. That is a good scene. That is a good scene for sure. I wonder where that prop went after. It's in some kind of sex dungeon, no doubt. No doubt in my mind. I do hope someone has this sitting in a man cave somewhere. It must be. Must be. Maybe they should be wizards here instead, so they can defend themselves. The red ones, no, it's the purple one I want. Pretty nasty. Remember the Hoff did an awful film where he's King Arthur, but they rode Harley Davidsons. That's mental. I love it. He was best in Sharknado 3 when you went into space and killed the sharks with the space laser. The Hoff is just a... not even a national treasure, a worldwide treasure. Nice too. I think in a later movie he jetpacked to the moon and got saved. Nice. I'm okay with that. King Arthur and the Knights of Justice. Is that the Harley Davidson? Who comes up with this stuff? Nobody comes up with this stuff. It just is. I suppose it's like the natural order of things, right? I was thinking of another show where Merlin transports some football players from New York back in time. A bunch of dwarves, Yeti, a couple of wizards. Two seasons so something worked. That's mental. I love it. Okay. So that's the ice enemies done. I'd take these updated maps and chuck them into the pile here. I'm going to take a very brief break. I'll be back in a couple of minutes. Alright, I'm back. Thanks, Blob. Appreciate it. A little bit of hothead bop. The seer, it's time for. She already set up to be an NPC? No, she's not. means we go to the dialogue controller and to add the seer. Her default communication would be seer early one, I think. Yeah. So let's go to the temple. Excuse me, will you please load? This is unacceptable. That's better. It's taking longer to bundle now. I assume it's because the project's getting bigger, put in some very big music files. That's the only thing I can imagine. Widescreen stream is best stream. Yeah, I figure your eyes need a little bit of a workout, huh? I uploaded these quests in. I think I have. I spoke to a witch who lives in a hut. Crystal ball from priestess from a woman in the temple of the fates, high up in the Korpa range. Is that blocked? Yeah. That will bring you back here. That means we need the actual quest definition as well. So if log ID is equal to seer_early2, then unlock quest 42 end. And what we'll need to check really is with the witch. That's the one where the quest log is sensitive, because you can go to the witch first, and indeed, I would hope most people do. Actually, no, never mind. It's kind of equally good either way. Because it's kind of nice to get to the seer first, and she kind of freaks out because you're there when you're not supposed to be. So I would say, if we unlock, can we set the quest narrative 42 and then unlock the quest? Does that do what I think it should do? Not sure. What I could do is suppress it. Could I? Suppress log. We'll just suppress it here. So then when we get to the witch, basically what we're going to do is if the quest hasn't been unlocked previously, we're going to set the narrative first and then unlock the quest. If the quest is already open, we're just going to trigger the narrative as appropriate. And bada bing, bada boom, we'll be good. So now I should get the quest has begun and the correct message, I'm hoping. True sight has begun, spoke to a witch, oh, perfect. So 42.3, 9 of obtained, the crystal ball. Was asked. I should return it to the witch at the westernmost point of the Shimmergem coast. Okay. So we'll say is seer 5. If dialog ID is equal to seer 5 or seer 6. Text warns the player that she is sinister, so offer the appropriate dialogue options with the witch. Quests, misc, info, 42, can warn is true. And then if it's one of these or Seer 3, then give the crystal ball. Add quest item, crystal ball here. If check for quest item, crystal ball, then I'm just going to play dialogue. That's going to be Seer 9. Else if not check quest get quest open status 42. Then we basically play probably sounds like I was tooting. I wasn't tooting. Sorry about the sirens. I think they're gonna pass here. They're coming for me. Right, so we have the crystal ball, then the only way is we're going to want to be here. Going to say if witch dead, then no, it's not that simple. It's gonna be that should happen in the beginning when she loads. So, hey Jeremy, how you doing? Just waking up, that's cool. Thanks for the retweet on my going live message, I appreciate it every time you do it. Have I done this before? Gotta let the peeps know. It's true, you gotta. So log ID is equal to seer 13, then that is 14. If not, hey, what retard, how you doing today? Okay, man, I am doing good. So we're gonna set that to true to see if the logic works. What are you working on? So I've already finished enemy placements in the fungal biome and in the ice caves. Now I'm working on, excuse me, on the seer fortune teller NPC. She's not finished yet, writing wise, so I'm just working on her work in progress kind of thing. It's a little plot line. It was a bit weird, and I've been dreading it. So it's going a bit slow, but I'm glad I'm kind of getting through it. Hello, Ben Bonk 1. It's going well. How you doing? So speak to her. Okay, that's not right. How because that happens? Nope. Confused. Is it because of loading? Temple Runes 2. Right, let's start there and see. So if it is a loading issue, it would work when we transition from here. No, so something else has gone wrong. Are there changes made that I just haven't let load? Could it be that easy? I feel like that should work. No? Okay, so something's messed up. Is this go.? No, it's something called default. What you making a game? Fate of Orc. I should be able to spell my own game. I'll show you what it looks like in game, rather than just pointing you to the video. To understand what the bug is, though, that's weird. I might need to print the stuff to see what it's going, because I can't spot the issue immediately. Show and tell, show and tell. If you insist. It's just loading really slow. You know, guess I've got quite a lot of stuff open. But yeah. Oh, I'm evil dude. So it's a retro fantasy RPG. Looks like this. You have a bunch of spells at your disposal. They're in the top left that can be combined with elements here. So that changes the behavior of the spells. See that each spell's got HP cost, so that's tied into the game story. That magic requires life energy to cast. Of course, the evil magic doesn't. It draws power straight from the earth and is effectively it's a literal crumbling of the world caused by evil magic. It's a hybrid of turn-based and real-time stuff, so you can see you've got some enemies here, but A, they haven't spotted me, and B, I'm standing still, so time isn't moving, so you can be quite strategic in your decisions. Like, I could probably get them quite nicely with a little trap. Don't use traps very often, but I think that should be able to work. So I can just place that there, maybe get them aggroed, and then run and hide. There's the plan. Let's see, try and hit me. I've got one of them, the other one didn't die, I don't think. So I'm trying to get him to aggro here so the turret can take care of him. Kind of cheese those enemies. So I haven't really, I'm gonna say, tested these enemy placements. It's nothing wrong with a bit of cheesing sometime, but it's just maybe not the most impressive for them. Get the meteor shower there. So that's pretty good. I've got all the spells at my disposal, so I'm pretty OP in that sense. What else could I do? This guy tries to dodge me, so I'm just going to teleport near him so he can't do it, or corner him. You son of a gun. Very annoying. There you go. I got him. Yeah, so that's some of the basic gameplay here. It's quite a late stage area. It's not balanced yet, and I think that's really impacting how it plays. So once I do go through a balancing exercise, it'll be really interesting to see how it goes. But that's where we're at the moment. Right now I'm working on this NPC. She's not saying the things I want her to say, which is weird. So I would say, thank you. Perk. Let's just go back to the correct map and I'll get the printouts from what she says. Oh, I think I know why. It's because that is... Well, that shouldn't be true regardless, actually. I think... Let's see what that is. And I want to see what it is after this conditional as well. You should have an NPC that would only say nonsense, but it wasn't really nonsense. Have a query a Jaden Smith quote and just spit it out randomly. I do have an NPC. I have one NPC that is insane, and he spouts nonsense, but actually it's a reference to an anime. I'm kind of happy with that. I think that's really funny. So I've taken the quote and I've rewritten it to fit Fates of Orc a little bit better. I think it's kind of cool to have a reference in there to something I like, but something that also reads like proper gibberish, which is what I wanted. So. Nil twice. Okay. Well, that was pretty goofy of me, using the wrong variable. No wonder I'm not getting anything. See your early one. So Seer 9, it's definitely not doing that, because Seer 9 is, yeah, not that. Oh, there, frig's sake, that was a waste of 15 minutes. Yeah, that will have fixed it, no doubt. Just used the wrong variable. They're poorly named. So there you go. That's a cost of poorly named variables, wasting your time. So doesn't look like it's finished, but I suspect that's just because I didn't let it reload. Yep, actually, it is still misbehaving. Using wrong variables, what a noob. That's me. That's me. So self ID is Seer. Self ID. Actually, you should go to Seer 15. Not that that helps. So it's not which dead for that one, it's which weren't, and it's not. Yeah. So if it is which weren't, and the state is not 14, which it isn't, so it shouldn't be a pretty print. So it should be I'm doing something wrong and it's silly and it makes me sad. It's wasting valuable time. It's all kinds of negatives, really. true. Honestly, what is the problem here? Can I just reload this? No, probably not, because it's not going to have the right results if I do. Wants to hot reload, but I think that would mess up the debugging, because it's interacting with another file, I'd say. So we're hitting, yeah. NPC script. This is going through. Set that to true. I'm genuinely confused now. Running out of ideas about what I'm doing wrong here. It'll be something stupid. It always is. I guess is it because we're sending a message? For the variable mix-up, you can add summary tags before a variable and put your own description. Really? Is that VS Code thing? I'm really feeling the fact that it shows me the what's it called? The arguments for the functions that I've declared. I don't think I had that in the old ones. That's pretty cool. And to be honest, I shouldn't have done it. They're named similarly, but I use them often enough that it shouldn't be an excuse. But that's a cool feature. XML comments. So, which one is that though? So they're different format depending on what language it is. So I wonder what Lua is. I know that it isn't approved, but it still works. Well, I mean, I'm sure there's a way to do it in Lua. I would need to look into it more. I love going to Stack Overflow and seeing my score went up. I don't think I've ever asked or answered anything on Stack Overflow, but I don't think I've asked anything either, but I have read a heck of a lot of threads asked by other people. Right, so I suspect actually that it has been fixed for a while, and that actually this print just doesn't show the update because this is triggered using a message, so it won't be completed in the same update cycle. That's what I think. So I've been debugging a non-existent problem, I believe. Let's see if my theory is correct, because I haven't actually bothered going up to the lady to talk to her. I think she will say the right stuff. Yeah, there you go. Okay. So that one doesn't need a check. I think I'm happy to just leave that as 15 because it allows the player to get the instructions for the eye multiple times, which is fine. And she actually, I think the stuff she says is appropriate. Bears rereading, basically. Not as impactful as the first time, but that doesn't matter. So I think I set the witch to be dead. Which warned, which dead. Doop doop. And we would say if she's not dead, she's not warned, then we set it to Seer 9. Else if get quest narrative ID 42, if that is 2, then we set it to Seer 1. So we're not going to be dead. And what we want to do is we want to unlock quest 42, and we're going to set the quest narrative to 42-2, meaning we have been out to see the witch, and we're now coming back. Not happy. Why is she not saying anything? So really we just want to play this, right? So we should be able to get a million crystal balls by just talking to her multiple times. That's definitely something to look into. What's the last game you played? Just been replaying things I played before. Like I've been playing Binding of Isaac myself with Kat. I've been playing Borderlands, the pre-sequel. Played a bit of Overcooked with friends. Played Gears of War with friends. I should definitely try to do some proper. I don't know. I do watch a lot of Let's Plays as, you know, half entertainment, half research, just to kind of because I don't play lots of games, but I need to know what games are out there. I wonder if I should actually play games before I start my next project, just to make sure it's not just a theoretical knowledge. Because I wonder if I just watched Let's Plays of like The Binding of Isaac, for instance, if I would know just how good it is. I don't know how much, if you can actually get the fun of a game from just watching it. You definitely don't get the feel if it's got mechanics. Like FTL, for instance, I guess there's not much in terms of a feel, because it's quite texty. But like, Binding of Isaac, you need to play it. What are you playing right now, Waterretard? Are you allowing yourself gaming time? You're just stressing yourself out about studying? I'd say some games the control is part of the joy, but some games the duration is part of the experience, and you never get that passively watching. Yeah. Yeah, it probably gives me a baseline understanding of how a game works by watching it, but you probably do need to play them to get a full picture. Been playing in Bloodborne and Dark Souls. I don't know, I do feel like I'm getting into some unhealthy habits. What's up? Are you eating bad, sleeping bad, or what? Studying too. That's wrong. CR3 and option 1. And diet is poopy right now. Hello Ezreal, how you doing? It's good chatting to you. Was it on Saturday? It was, yeah. I'm doing well, how are you? Needs more Estus, that's true. What? I think I need to write a bit for that, but otherwise we're good. Alright, Tart. Woman remains turned away from you. Second crystal ball sits in the corner, glittering lightingly sun. Dropped some money and finally bought Artisy Draft. Now we just need to figure out how to use it. Should make the dialogue side of things a little easier. So is that a thing? Is that basically what I'm using Twine for? But maybe better? It's a visual environment for the creation and organization of game content. It unites specialized editors from many areas of content design in one coherent tool. Sounds good. Exports into Excel. Excel, is it? Wait. Pretty pricey. Did you get it on the sale or did you miss it? Barrage, I love your content. Thank you very much, Serbian Patriot. I watched your vids and now I'm watching you live. That's cool. I didn't realize that anybody watches them, the VODs. Is that on YouTube? Do I have a public Steam account? No. Very similar, dialogue, GTD, etc. Essentially fully planning out the game before we even touching the engine. That sounds cool. You deserve a follow. Gives him a follow. Thank you very much, Serbian Patriot. I appreciate that. Right, so if that then, if dialogue ID is that, then I'm watching them too, so there are people who watch us. All right, cool. I'll keep uploading them then. Missed the sale, but on Steam the price is a lot better than direct. Okay, that's cool. My friend made a game, RPG Maker though. I mean, it doesn't matter. I know it's a simpler tool, but game's a game. If it's option 2, then we want to set the state to... Also, hello Nesverse, good to see you. I'm going to set the state to seer turned, and then add that as an option. Dialogue ID seer turned and option 1. Let's see if we can get that working. It just read a bit weird. The game is in demo currently. It'll
I'll be a secret boss in the final release. Nice. End user does not know or care what engine gets used. Whatever works for that really. Exactly. That's my position. Granted, like some of my spaghetti practices probably make this not as performant as it could or should be, but it will compile, it will run. And that's what's most important. Can we play your game? Not quite yet. You can wishlist it on Steam. That's about it currently. I'm going to be reaching the beta phase pretty soon, but not quite there yet. So now I've left. Games are held back more by the creator than by the engine, especially in the case of people criticizing based on engine alone. Yeah, for sure, exactly. Like, I definitely see myself as a limitation for how the game can turn out. So that's a good point. It's my friend's game. If anybody wants, cool. Can I take it? I can. And then she just acknowledges that you've taken it, which is fine. That works. So now I'm gonna do the same. I'm gonna talk to her. I'm gonna like piss her off. I'm gonna leave it sitting there. I'm gonna move back out here and see what happens. Agreed, Blob. Devs will hit their own limitations long before an engine does. Yeah. Say that again. That's acceptable. A lot of people criticize Unity games, not realizing how many games are made with it that they don't realize. All of the shit you see is because of people who haven't learned the tools properly. So you mean basically the game, like bigger games, obviously pay to not have the Unity logo in, and I guess every asset flip that exists is going to be with the Unity logo in. A lot of popular games have been made in tools like GameMaker. Yeah, I've played fun Unity games, no doubt. I mean. Yeah, it would be silly. I really don't understand this like elitism people have about engines, programming languages, all this kind of stuff. It's silly. It's silly. Right, so I think that's everything I can do for her right now. She's not completed even though she looks like she is. I think. Where is she? Splash screen hurts devs only because users associate it with cheap rubbish. Yep, for sure. Which is, I mean, that makes sense though. From Unity's point of view, that's kind of, it has hurt their brand, but at least it incentivizes people to pay to remove the splash screen, you know? Ideally, they would want it not to hurt their brand, it would just be free advertising, and people would want to remove the splash screen anyway. IRL is a pretty limited engine. Bugs everywhere. I'm not leveling up as quick as I should be. Honestly, engine choice is kind of arbitrary and solely dependent on what you're looking for. Unfortunately, there's elitism there. I mean, I think there is reason to pick different engines for different purposes. There are, I'm sure, objectively worse and better engines for different things, but I think people definitely blow it out of proportion. Every engine has their pros and cons, and having an engine that works for your style and needs is always a pro. Yeah, because it kind of amplifies whatever you can do. Like, so I'm a great example because I suspect default probably would limit a lot of people, but for me, it enables me to do my work, because I tried other engines like that used Lua. So I liked Lua just from looking at it, and I found some games like Cocos 2D and Love 2D, and the engines were hard to install, and I didn't understand what was going on. It was really intimidating, and it put me off entirely.
I installed Default. Perhaps I don't know, maybe it's got more overhead than those two. I don't know, honestly. But it empowered me to make a game, and look where I am. It's like, it's not the most, it's not even,
Thank you for
it's
being
probably less than average in terms of optimization, but I'm making it. I'm going to finish it. A nameless Roni, thank you very much for the follow. I really appreciate it. How you doing? Absolutely, Game Maker is a good engine, but if you want to make a photorealistic 3D FPS, you might struggle slightly. Yeah, exactly. I might even say that it will actively work against you if you're trying that. So, I mean, like with Default is technically a 3D engine, but the tool set for 3D work is extremely limited at the moment. They're working on expanding it, but I'm not interested in that. Don't think overhead is a huge issue for this kind of game. It's more important that it works well for you. I mean, I think my implementation is not great, because I'm not a professional programmer. I guess I am technically, because it is my profession, but I mean, skill-wise, I'm not a professional programmer, so it does suffer from that. But then I think I would probably, you know, I would cause similar issues whatever engine I was using. So it kind of, you know, it doesn't really matter there. Yes, Fate Support is on Steam. If anybody would like to wishlist it, that would be nice. It would help me out. Obviously, mostly if you actually buy it when it comes out. It's nice to see the numbers tick up. Okay, so what else do I need for the seer? I'm a programmer by trade, so I actually find I have the opposite. The theoretical aspect of game design and different aspects of development are new to me. Welcome back to Art. Yes, you mean, so you're like, you're doing some kind of programming that isn't game dev, like web dev or something else. And I see what you mean. It's an interesting, I mean, I can't really empathize because I've never been in that position, but I would assume that while obviously still challenging, at least you should have, I would assume you should still have some knowledge of like core programming concepts that you could then apply. But web dev would be very different to game dev because there's different requirements. Game dev is all about, or important, like frame rate, for instance, very important. So the way you structure your code will really impact your frame rate negatively, which you don't really have to think about in a web dev situation, I think. So people underestimate just how many skills are needed to create a game that can be a shock to the system. Oh, Azrael, this song is so good. Honestly, it's like, it says something when I've never played the game and I get nostalgic from hearing the music. It's good stuff. People underestimate just in this, I've read that one. For sure, it's more like understanding how to engage a player, how getting assets for game works financially, tile maps, level design, etc. Design is a really hard thing that I struggle with. It is an art. I've underestimated it in the past. I think the seer is done. And we only have to do the witch, I think.
so good. But yeah, actually, I think the seer as an NPC is completed. She feels like she isn't, but that's because the quest that she's involved with interacts heavily with another character that isn't implemented yet. So that's probably why I feel like she's not completed. But actually, I've written all the parts that are relevant for her, and I just need to write the last bits for the witch. So if the witch is dead, yeah. Actually, we should have opened the quest. So make sure this is working. So we've unlocked the quest. 42. We've got the quest narrative. Oh, didn't want to do that. 42.2. So that's going to trigger a lot of stuff when we load. But that's okay. Right, just a flying visit today. Set myself targets of how much dev work I need to squeeze in around my day job. Udemy reminded me I started 2 years ago and I really haven't done much. Too many distractions. Don't look at me. Well, it was a pleasure seeing you. And good luck with the dev work. See you later. Okay, so that's not doing anything. Oh, because it's never the target. It's just the ID. Quest has begun. Right, and then we talk to her. Completed. Right, so that shouldn't repeat, I don't think. Not special and not quests completed. That seems sensible. But would you ever need to show that it's completed twice? I don't think so. We'll see in beta testing, but I can't imagine the time that's completed and then it doesn't do it again, which seems reasonable to me. Nope, got an error there. File error, that's interesting. Does that happen often? Or does it happen every time rather? It didn't happen there. If I cycle through it again, no, I can't. I can go out here and then try and just go through it quickly. I'm just wondering if it's because the save was still in progress or something. No, I don't know. That's slightly concerning, but we'll see. Keep an eye on it. So yeah, I think the seer is completed. guys, I'm gonna wrap it up there. Get myself some dinner and such. So that was a really productive one. We placed enemies in the fungal lands and in the ice caves, and I finished the seer, fortune teller, priestess lady, and that was that. Got a couple of new faces in here. That's always cool. So I'm planning on streaming again tomorrow, similar time. So if you haven't followed already, do so. You can tag along on this game dev journey. Thanks, Jeremy.
Thank you for being a true broad.
Delight, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Blob, see you later. Thanks for hanging out. Nezvers, make it tasty. I promise I will. I've got some
Thank you for being a true broad.
leftover salmon fish cakes to eat. They're really good. 3D Novax, thank you very much for the follow as well. I really appreciate it. Alright guys, we're gonna raid Kaiser Dragon. So I'll see you guys on the other side. Have an excellent day, everybody, and see you later.
Thank you for being a true broad.